Rise and grind, McAlester. Welcome to Harper Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAlester. You're tuned into Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. We're live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and tomorrow night we have the 80th edition of McAlester versus Durant for the Buffs Senior Night. Now, with all that said, let's welcome McAlester coach Adam Hass filling in this morning. Coach, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing great. So let's get down to business. Let's talk about last week, and then we're going to move our way into this week against the Durant Lions here. So as we speak on the Booker T game, 13-7 was the final score. Now, again, yards told a totally different story, but that doesn't matter when you're looking at the score there. What are some things that you liked and some things you didn't like?
Well, I liked our team's fight. I mean, they gave great effort all night long. They played tough, and they never quit, man. They just kept playing, and they fought all night long. Bottom line is last week we didn't execute as well as we needed to against a great team, and that ended up costing us in the end. You know what I mean? But the boys fought hard, fought all night long, and I applaud their effort and their toughness.
Especially when you're looking at the defensive side too, because we were mentioning, with the yards. I mean, Booker T had almost 300. McAlester just hit the 63 mark there. But when you look at the scores, I mean, McAlester actually outscored the other team in terms of offensive points, 7-6. When you're looking at that, so what did you think about the defense, especially when Booker T got into the red zone? Because it seemed like you guys turned them away from there pretty much all night.
Hey, defense played lights out last week. They flew around. For the most part, they did what they were asked to do. I really like the way, they bowed up whenever Booker T got into the red zone, and they kept fighting. And a team like that, you make them snap it again. Just make them snap it again, because you never know what's going to happen on that next snap. And they did that, and they just kept playing and kept fighting, even when our back was against the wall. They just kept fighting.
I think that's also put on display really well when it comes to the first drive. I mean, when it's the opening drive and they get inside the 10-yard line, they're 4 or 5 yards away from scoring, and then all of a sudden you see a 20-yard sack. So, and despite the loss, talking a little bit more about defense, freshman Rodney Washington, he had a breakout game. If it wasn't for a penalty, he would have had 2 picks last week. So what do you think the skill set that Rodney brings to the table, and what do you think about his progression in his freshman year?
Well, obviously, I mean, Rodney is he's a great athlete. Rodney's a great athlete, and throughout the season, he's grown within the team and within the program, and that's why he was in the role that he was in last week. So I look forward to seeing everybody's progression, but Rodney's a freshman, and I look forward to seeing his growth within the program and everything that he can do. Yeah,
I mean, especially when it comes to freshmen, people can't help but be excited about some of the young freshmen you have and seeing how fast they grow, getting big-time varsity minutes in a big-time game like that. With that, we'll sneak aside for our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harper Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with some player interviews after a quick word from our sponsors.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working!
Wait! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester. This year's show is brought to you by Reagan Auto, the PC Landing Zone, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, and Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress. We've got Buffalo players Devion Bickham and Trip Terrell with us this morning. Welcome to the show, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Hey, starting it off with a fist bump. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to start it off also with a icebreaker. It's Halloween. Come on. We have to ask some questions about Halloween here. Do you guys have a favorite Halloween/scary movie? You guys into scary movies?
No, I hate scary movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm too fond of scary
Well,
movies.
so then you can just pick Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town or something like that.
Yeah, maybe Hocus
Probably
Pocus.
just make Hocus Pocus?
Watched it
Okay.
with my grandma when I was a kid. So
Hocus Pocus. All right. Yeah, we have a daughter at the house, and we did Hocus Pocus, like footprint stuff. So Halloween candy? Anybody have any
Twix, by far.
Twix. That's a pretty interesting.
Easy.
A lot of people say Reese's.
Probably candy corn.
Truly.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
candy
you
corn.
are. You're old school, Trip.
Yeah.
Candy corn.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's a huge divide on candy corn. The people that love candy corn love candy corn. The people that hate it hate it.
I mean, I'd say I can probably eat candy corn until I throw it back up.
Yeah.
We don't want to test that, so let's
No,
keep
not,
that away.
Not right now.
So again, neither of y'all have been on Coffee with the Coach before, so let's have Buff fans get to know y'all a little bit better here. So, what are some of y'all's hobbies outside of school, outside of football?
I like to cook, work out, play basketball, and spend time with my mom, my brothers, and my family.
Is there a favorite dish you like to cook?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Eat it all day. Just
We got to get the Bickham spaghetti recipe.
oh yeah, anytime you want it.
There we go. Okay, I'll
I'll
hold you up
make
to that. Trip?
For me, I'm big in weightlifting and powerlifting and all that, and then I like listening to music. I just like music as a whole. There's not a specific genre or anything like that. I just enjoy music, and then just hanging out with family and hanging out with friends.
I'm the
playing
same
video
way.
Games.
Yeah, I'm the same way as you with music because I call myself a food court of music. You ever gone to a food court and you like to pick your own restaurant?
Yeah.
That's me with
yeah.
music. I like to just pick my own genre. Let's go over to Devion now. We've seen you excel on the basketball court for your freshman year. Now you've had a pretty good sophomore year as well. How much do you think basketball has helped you out in football, and maybe vice versa? How much do you think football is going to help you out in basketball?
I think the way I came over last year, I didn't play that much. To this year, making an impact on the team. It's the coaches that Coach Keith, Coach Hass, Coach Maisie all pushed me, and Coach Dooney all pushed me to be the best version of myself. And I think I'm not there yet, but I made a jump physically.
Now, as a freshman, also you're kind of you had to be thrown into the fire a little bit with the basketball season. You're facing guys that are seniors, some of the best in the class, and in terms of competition. I mean, played Booker T in football last year. You saw how good they were in basketball last year.
Yeah.
So, do you think that that's helped raise your competitiveness for football season?
Yeah, the way last year we didn't have the best basketball season, I think raised my I think me, all of us that was on the basketball team, raised all of our competitiveness level because we don't want to lose.
Right.
So just raised it, hired the standards, know what we got to do to win, and putting it to play.
I know the change from 8th grade to freshman year can be a stark difference in terms of competitive, how good everyone else is. So I figured that would help you out a little bit when it came to getting up to speed. Yeah. Here's a question for Trip. So you got senior night coming up, and I kind of asked you this a little bit off air before we've been on here. It's your senior night. Does it feel real yet?
Not really. I mean, it doesn't feel like it should be here already. in the back of my mind, I know it's been coming up, and I just keep trying to push it away, like, no, it's not there yet, it's not there yet, it's not there yet. But now that it's here, I really don't know how to, like, feel about it. Like, I'm excited, but it's also, like, it's my last home game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of just split on it. Like, I'm excited to get to play my last home game at the Hook, but I'm also, like, kind of sad that it's my last home game.
Now let's go That's So Raven. I don't know if you guys are old enough to. Okay, thank you. We got a little That's So Raven reference in here. Go into the future a little bit. How do you think it's going to feel like tomorrow night on the turf when you're getting recognized on senior night?
It'll definitely be an emotional moment for me, like just getting recognized for all the work that me and my teammates put in. And, you know, it'll definitely be emotional for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'll definitely be emotional.
Okay. Hey, and you guys have the 80th edition of McAlester versus Durant. You guys not only play them in football nearly every year, of course, 80 editions now coming up, but played them across all different kinds of sports. So what are you guys' opinion on tomorrow night's game against Durant?
We're going to come out. We practiced, prepared all week for it. We're going to come out and handle business.
Trip?
Yep. Practice, prepare. We're prepared. We're practiced up, and I think we're going to handle business in a big way.
Do what we do. Play
All right.
football.
Got the last couple of questions here. We started off with some Halloween questions. Going to end off with a couple of ones here. You guys have a Halloween costume, your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Ooh, when I was a kid, I used to like Mario and Luigi.
Okay.
So like for 7 years I was Luigi, and then the other 7 I was Mario.
I was about to say, who was Mario?
No, it was just I just
You just
switched.
wanted to be Luigi?
Yeah, switched every year.
Okay, yeah. For Halloween, I wanted to be Robin, and then I became Batman.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Trip?
Oh, so I'm sure that if I asked my mom to send me the picture, she could. But one year I dressed up as a fart. And,
How do you do that?
So,
Oh, Trip.
basically, we just like got some like green shiny mesh stuff, and wrapped it around and stapled it in a couple different places. But yeah, one year I dressed up as a fart. And then there's another one where, like, I got a white T-shirt. It's stapled or, like, hot glued toast to me, and I was a gingerbread man.
That's pretty.
That's smart.
Those are pretty
That's
creative,
smart.
man.
That's
The
smart.
best one we ever did. You guys ever watch The Office? Ever watch The Office?
Some of it.
Yeah, like
So there's a scene where this guy named Kevin Malone spills like a whole pot of chili, and he's trying to scoop it back up. So I was Kevin Malone, and my wife was the pot of chili. And we did the whole picture of us, like, tilting over and everything. So now this is the last question. If you were to pick one player on the team to help you survive in a scary movie, who would you choose?
Do they have to be on the team currently?
It could have been a previous player, too.
Zach Rogers.
Zach Rogers.
Absolutely.
That's the highest. That's the highest compliment I think you can get. Man, if I need someone to save my life in a scary movie, I'm picking you, Zach.
No, it's just like the connection that me and Zach have is unreal, and I would want Zach.
He's not going to lead you down or upstairs, right?
Yeah, I mean, he might do it for a second, but he's going to be like, hey,
come back down.
Come on back.
Devion.
Ooh, that's hard. Malachi Rice, maybe.
Okay.
Or, yeah, it'd have to be Malachi or Brandon Smith, one of them.
And then for me, like a current player, I'd probably say Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Those are all solid choices.
Pfeiffer will.
Guys, good luck tomorrow night against Durant.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We'll be rooting you on.
All righty.
And those are Buffalo players Trip Terrell and Devion Bickham. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on the Lions next. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working! Wait, we're not cavemen. We have technology.
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Reagan Auto, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, and the PC Landing Zone. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, at Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAlester, live alongside McAlester Buffalo coach Adam Haas. Tomorrow night, the Buffaloes are back in McAlester for senior night, facing off with the Durant Lions for the 80th time. Going back to 1915, the Buffaloes have a 54-22-3 lead in the series and have won 6 in a row and 14 of the last 15 over the Lions. The last win for Durant in the series was 2017 in McAlester, and the Buffs will look to turn away the Lions, who are looking to avenge a narrow loss to Coweta last week. All right, Coach Haas, we have Durant at home for senior night tomorrow. They are 2-6, but they lost 3 games by a touchdown or less. They could easily be 5-3. What do you think about the team Coach Vargas has this year?
I mean, you're right. I mean, they could very easily be 5-3. Durant has good players. They're well coached. They're not a team to be taken lightly at all, because, like you said, they could very easily be 5-3, and they're going to be amped up Friday night to come play the Buffaloes. So they're not to be taken lightly, and we're going to have to execute better than we did last week, and keep up the same intensity, effort, and toughness, and if we do that, we'll be victorious.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to Durant, it just it is a little bit of a rivalry. I mean, just because of how long you've played and how often you guys play, I mean, there's always going to be some bad blood there. And I know when Durant comes in, it's always a little bit more of an emotional game in terms of, that kind of a matchup that you have. So your offense faced a strong D-line with D1 talent last week, obviously.
Yes.
This week you have another D1 commit in Colton Yarbrough on the D-line for the Lions. So what challenges does he and the entire front seven, because they got a couple of good linebackers in there as well, what kind of challenges do they present to the Buffalo offense?
Well, I think in the 7 in the box, they're athletic. And so we're going to have to deal with that athleticism, specifically our offensive line. We're going to have to stay on blocks longer than we did last week. But I would say their athleticism in the box is something that we're going to have to deal with, and we've been preparing for it all week. So that's going to be the key.
So last 2 years we've seen Cole Robbins as the Lions running back, and his freshman year he did a very good job against the Buffaloes back in Durant. In his junior year he's moved to quarterback. So Buffs fans have seen what he's been able to do with his legs, but what does he present in the passing game for the Lions?
Well, obviously he's a dual threat quarterback, and what he's going to make us do is we're going to have to defend the entire width of the field. Whether he's running the ball or he's throwing RPOs or he's throwing screen passes. He's going to force us to have to defend the entire width of the field.
Now, we've seen Coach Vargas. He's ran both the flex bone and he ran the spread offense last year. I know this is kind of a bonus question here, but what kind of offense does the Lions present this year?
They're a multiple offense. Obviously, they're a little heavier with the run game, and so they're going to be multiple, and we got to be ready for it all, though.
So what would you say are the keys to the game tomorrow?
I think, like I already mentioned, we got to keep up the effort. and we got to execute better and fly around. And, it's going to be senior night, and there's going to be some emotions, but we're going to have to control our emotions and aim our emotions to the right spots, and that'll allow us to play hard and execute, and then that's going to be the key.
Yes, sir. So that's kickoff at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Senior night festivities begin at 6:20. And don't forget about Buff Retreat that's happening tonight at the McAlester Indoor Facility. I believe it's 5:30 to 7:30, but I could be wrong. But I believe it's 5:30 to 7:30. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harper Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street, McAlester. We'll be back with one final break. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Looking for a trustworthy automotive shop? Come see our technicians at Reagan Auto. Our trusted technicians work hard to get your vehicle needs taken care of in a timely manner. Here at Reagan Auto, we provide oil changes, tires, alignments, along with transmissions and engines. Stop by and see us at Reagan Auto at 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester to get a quote, or simply call 918-715-3236. That's 918-715-3236.
The Buffaloes are the pride of McAlester. When it comes to sports, they're the winning team. And when it comes to your money, Bank First is the all-star you need on your side. We're talking big plays with full-service banking, touchdowns with convenient online and mobile banking, and overtime support with extended hours and ATMs statewide. Bank First, your money's winning team. Proud supporter of the McAlester Buffaloes. Member FDIC.
Nothing's working! Wait, we're not cavemen! We have technology!
Are you a business in need of technology help? The PC Landing Zone specializes in device repair, including phones, tablets, computers, as well as networking installations and troubleshooting, cloud backups, VoIP phone systems, structured cabling, and more. Give us a call at 918-820-4188 for your local one-stop shop for all your technology needs.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says bring on the monstrous discounts. Get up to $17,500 in discounts on every new Ram truck in stock, including all heavy duties. Use this savings to pay off those credit cards and other bills just in time for the holidays. Patriot makes your next Ram truck affordable, which allows you to pay off those pesky bills. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Stock number 24559, MSRP 75905.
Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, where you'll find furnishings for every room in your home. Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress has been family owned and operated for more than 34 years. Our experience and hometown service will help you find the furniture you've always wanted at the best price possible. Best of luck to the McAlester Buffaloes. From all of us at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street, McAlester. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Bank First, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, the PC Landing Zone, and Reagan Auto. Let's take a quick look at the broadcast schedule this week, beginning with the one we've been talking about as the McAlester Buffaloes host the Durant Lions tomorrow night for senior night here on KNED. 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, and the KNED app. Kickoff at 7 with the pregame show beginning at 6:15, radio only, and video streaming near kickoff at McAlsterRadio.com. And speaking of KNED, it's also the home for the Oklahoma Sooners as they host the Maine Black Bears on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Sooners, do me a favor, win this one. Pregame show is going to be at 10:30 in the morning. Another game kicking off at 1:30 is the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, coming off a 35-7 comeback win last week. They traveled to play the UAB Blazers. Pregame show set for 12:30 on Cool 96.7 FM. And then the Oklahoma State Cowboys have their homecoming and the nightcap at 6 p.m. against the Arizona State Sun Devils. Pregame is going to be set for 4 p.m. on Rock 105.1 FM. Now, with all that said, let's have Coach Adam Hass. And since we haven't got to have you on the air before, Coach, we figured we'd ask you some get-to-know-you questions.
Sure.
And maybe some general fun ones as well, as we do have Halloween this week. Or today, not this week, today. So, Coach, we'll start off with this one. You played ball for McAlester in your high school days. What was your start into football? What made you want to become a head coach or just a coach?
Football's always been a part of my life ever since I can remember. It's always been there. I love the game. I love the culture. I can't imagine a life without it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even at, when I'm at Little League games, I find my way onto the field. It's just something that I know, and it's something I love, and I guess it's just always been there. You know what I mean? It's natural for me. And so, that's how I got into it.
Yeah, and mentioning your time as head coach again over at Keys. So, how is it like being the head of a program there?
Oh, ultimately, when you're a competitor and you love the game, you want to continue to climb and get better, and you're never satisfied. So you always want to grow, and so it was good. It's good. You know what I mean? And
right.
I love every facet of it. Whether it's being head coach or being assistant, offensive coordinator. Just being a part of the program is important.
Right, and I was going to ask this last, but I'm going to switch up to question number 2 because I feel like it flows better here. How have you liked coming back to McAlester where you played here before?
I like it, man. It's been good. It's been good. Most of my family is from here, so it's been nice to see more of my family, and a lot of the people that I played with in high school and friends that I had in high school are still around, and it's been nice to kind of get to know them again,
right.
After so many years. And my family's enjoying it. They're thriving. So it's been great.
Yes, sir. So let's do quick few fun ones for Halloween. Figured we'd ask, again, 3 of these here, same ones as we asked your players. What is your favorite Halloween costume that you've either worn or maybe that you've seen? Tripp had some good ones.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can tell you, I'll tell you about the first costume I ever remember wearing. I was a little kid, and it was Underdog.
I remember people, Underdog.
That's the first one I remember wearing. I don't know. Favorite. I don't know. I'm a scary movie guy.
Okay, so you are. You're nothing like those guys.
I like scary movies, so I like seeing the scary costumes.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. I like to see those, whatever they may be. So, I like the scary ones.
I wore a Vader costume one year. One of the most creative ones, my dad's a UPS driver, and I was able to wear a UPS outfit, and then my candy box was a UPS package.
Gotcha.
So I got to do that once. You talk about scary outfits. Scream came out when I was growing up, like first couple of years of life, 2 or 3 years of life. I know that dates me. I'm not that old, but I remember walking around when Scream was super heavy into it.
Right.
I would walk out of doing trick-or-treating, and I'd see all the Scream masks like just walking around. But I just walked into one of my relatives' house, and they were watching Scream. And I watched the Drew Barrymore scene, the opening scene of the first Scream. And so when I walked down to like the streets of McAlester trick-or-treating, and I saw all these ghost faces, I thought they were all coming to get me. I was freaked out. So you mentioned being a scary movie fan. Your favorite scary movie?
Oh, I tell you, I think my favorite one, just because it was the one that really that gave me nightmares when I first saw it, was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. That one's probably my favorite.
All right, our last one here. Favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Snickers. Can't go wrong with Snickers. Yeah. I was wondering if you were the candy corn guy like Tripp.
Oh, no.
That's why I said no one is neutral about it. You either hate it or you love it. There's no in between. Coach, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, man, I think I'm good. Thanks for having us on this morning, and we'll get it on Friday night.
Yes, sir. Coach Hass, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow night against Durant.
Thank you.
Again, this has been Brandon Green with Coach Adam Hass this morning. Thank you for tuning in. And until next week, same time, same place, don't just have a great day. Have a Buffalo day.